Here's the 4-hour price chart for Broadcom Incorporated, stock ticker AVGO. So as we can see here, the stock is once again trading under selling pressure. These price movements have been fairly significant to the downside. We're seeing some large red bars here. And what this really means is that we're starting to see some very erratic price action. So it will be very important for traders to sort of identify some price levels here so that we can sort of create some trading strategies going forward. With this video, I will be outlining some of these important price levels and discussing some of the factors that are currently at work and most likely leading to these current price declines. So as we can see here, we can sort of drill in here a bit. I will move down to the hourly chart in a moment here. But as we can see, these larger price bars, there's a lot of red on this chart here. I mean, we're seeing a lot of movements here to the downside. And what this does suggest is that, market volatility is starting to increase as we move forward throughout this summer trading period. So, currently, it's probably best to look at the hourly chart here so that we can get a closer look at some of these price zones. In the prior video on Broadcom, one thing that I pointed out here was the fact that we were seeing this, this share price decline through support levels before this price gap higher. For this reason, I was sort of suspicious of the possibility that maybe, maybe these current rallies here were a bit unsustainable. Because we're seeing a lot of breakout activity in both directions. So, if you're really seeing price action to the downside, breaking out to the downside, and price action breaking out to the top side, it's like which one, which side do you trade on? Do you move in the positive direction or do you move in the negative direction? And the reality is that, in some cases, it's probably best to step aside because the market is really sending conflicting signals at the moment. So currently, what we do have to point to here is the fact that, there was this prior price gap. I can sort of move in here a bit and we can identify this price gap here that did start to unfold. So currently, what we're looking at to the downside is the beginning of the gap coming in below 145. And then the top of the price gap coming in above 151. So we're seeing more than $6 here in share price movement, which now has to be accounted for. So, this is not totally surprising. I mean, when you see a price gap like this, and it is a substantial size price gap, $6 is not so small. For markets to just be skipping over the share price area here. When you do start to see these price gaps, more than likely what you're going to have to see is for this price gap to be filled. Once prices start to move back into this area, now you're going to have to start filling all of the orders that were skipped over. Broadcom is a very large company, large cap tech company. There's a large number of orders that are in place for a stock like this, and some of those orders do expire. You could say that we've skipped over this price action here. Some of those orders have probably expired since then. That might be true, but many of them have not expired and are still active. So once we venture back into that area, what that really means is that all of those orders that are still active now have to be triggered. They all have to be filled. So it's not entirely surprising here to see an acceleration in downside momentum once we start to venture back into this area, back into this empty space here, because we're currently filling the gap. We're currently filling all of these orders that were not filled previously. So to the downside here, what we could be looking at is a full movement back toward this 145 level. A lot of this is going to depend on the earnings reports that are released later today. After the closing bell, we will be getting earnings figures from Apple and Amazon.com. So obviously these are two of the largest companies in the world. These are Mag 7 companies, and this does tell us that there is a strong potential here for volatility depending on how these earnings performances unfold. So in other words, if we see negative numbers from Amazon and Apple, we would have to expect this to continue weighing on this stock. And what that would mean is that this move here to the top side, that is the actual false breakout. We have two of these to look at the moment. There are two price breakouts in two different directions here. So, they can't both be correct. One of them has to be wrong. So, currently it's starting, now that we've moved back below this exponential moving average cluster, it is starting to look as though this breakout to the top side was the incorrect breakout, was the shorter term unsustainable price movement. And this, not totally surprising because it followed a move to the downside, a breakout to the downside. So this was the reason that I was watching this level in the prior video, and I was saying that we're really going to need to see some significant follow through here above this exponential moving average cluster in order to consider this to be a valid price breakout in the bullish direction. So currently a lot of this is going to depend on what exactly is reported here by Apple and Amazon. For the most part, the expectations for Amazon look a little bit easier to beat. On a quarterly basis, the Apple figures, the expectation here is calling for a decline relative to the prior quarter. If we're looking at that company on an annualized basis relative to the prior year, the Apple is expected to show growth, but on a quarter-to-quarter basis, those numbers are expected to decline. So, and the expectation here for Amazon is a little bit different. The expectation is for strength in some key segments like the Amazon Web Services segment, AWS. Amazon still leads the market as far as market share in the cloud space sector of the market. So that will be sort of the key sector to watch. If we do see weakness in the Amazon Web Services segment, I would expect to see Amazon fall lower. I did just release a video on Amazon. I suggest people check that out because there are some important price levels in that stock as well. But if we do see negative earnings here, from one or both, I mean, even just a mixed result is probably going to put pressure on Broadcom as well. Just given the fact that this current momentum is really showing a bit of an acceleration here to the downside. So there are some important levels to watch here. Mostly, if we do see prices continue to move lower, these recent lows come in at 143.55. So that is sort of now the downside price target. Filling in this price gap does at the moment seem to be a bit of a foregone conclusion. We're relatively close to filling this price gap at the moment. We would really only need to see share price gains share price losses of about another $3.50. So with the negative momentum showing the way that it is, this is looking like this price gap is going to be filled here relatively soon. The main question is going to be whether or not these ultimate price lows are broken, and this will largely depend on the results from Amazon and Apple later today. So here's the current market analysis for Broadcom Incorporated, stock ticker AVGO. Our high-value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high-conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk-to-reward metrics that target massive, market-beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market. Lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership and start trading stocks with the pros.